Hello to all my beautiful people. Welcome. So today I have a really awesome tutorial. And as you can see, Valentine's is in full swing at my house. So I wanted to make something, and I came up with this cute little treat box, and I love it. Let me move my props out of the way. So this is a cute little treat box, and it is of course a heart, and you can't get a heart to stand up. So I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? So I made a little box for it to go into, and this is what the outside looks like. And isn't that paper pretty? Oh my goodness. And that is the bottom, and it does have a little handle. So when you pull on the treat box, it does come out of the little nesting box, you know, that it's sitting on. And as you can see, I didn't decorate about 2 inches towards the bottom, at least not on the heart itself. I decorated on the box, that way it would fit in there nice and straight. So I just continued my little pearls down to the bottom to give the heart, you know, the shape. And I think this came out so super cute. I added a little handle, and this is just wire, 20 gauge wire that I used on the handle. And then I just put a little piece of ribbon or crinkled seam binding on the handles with the little rows on each side, and that's just hot glued. And yeah, so I'm gonna make one with you guys, and I just love the way this turned out because it stands up. I love that. This one is the one that I'm going to make in the tutorial. So here is the box. And on the box, I just put, you know, the little rhinestone pieces around the box. And I put a little 14 on there, and I put some more little stones right here on the, where the rivets are supposed to be. And a 14 on the front. I just die cut that out of the same cardstock and put some stickles around the 14, or the numbers. And I didn't do anything else to the box. And the heart box itself, I put a little butterfly, and that also has stickles, and I put the little trail with these little bling pieces, and I put a little cluster of flowers. I also used stickles on the flowers, and for a pop of color I used these little goldish yellowish hearts, and then a little bling piece there. And I used some ribbon to make a triple loop bow. And then I, of course, put the little bling pieces all around the heart. And then for the handle, I did use a couple of butterflies and some beads around the, you know, the wire, the little handle. And I did nothing to the back either. And I will go over all of this with you in the tutorial. And I did make my box just a little bit thinner than I did the pink one, because I wanted some space between the, you know, for this not to be so snug into the box like this one is. This one's really snug, and I wanted it to be less snug. But anyway, this one's the box that I'm going to make with you guys, okay? So what I used were some nesting dies, and for the outside, for the box itself, I used the largest nesting die, and this heart is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 heart. But you don't have to have this particular one. You can have any heart to make the box. It doesn't have to be this brand or anything. And then for the mat, I used the next smaller heart for the matting layer. Okay, so that's what I used. And let me tell you what you will need. So I've already cut out my 2 hearts, and I went ahead and inked the edges a little bit. I'm going to use a different paper line for this. I am using the Ciao Bella, the Muse. And yeah, this is so pretty. I thought, you know what, for a shabbier looking box, I could use this easily. So this is the paper that we're going to be using, and I've already cut out my 2 hearts. Okay, this is my front and my back. So the only thing I did was I measured how far I wanted my little box to go up, you know, my sides. So just measure from where you want your sides to start down to the bottom, and I chose 3 inches. So now you know you're going to need 1 for each side. So my side pieces are 6 inches, okay? And then determine how wide you want to make it. And I don't remember how wide this one's going to be. This one was a little bit wider, I think. This one is 1 3/4 inch wide. So cut whatever width you want along with another inch for your little tabs on the sides. So this is 2 3/4 inch by 6 inch, okay? And then the only thing you're gonna do is you are going to score at 1/2 inch on each side, 1/2 inch, and then 1/2 inch. And then I scored it in half, which is the 3 inches, because I want 3 on each side. This is for the box. So then we go ahead and we burnish, okay? And then we need this to fold up and stay up. So we're gonna go ahead and cut out little notches or little, the ends right there. Just cut a little part off. And then these, I cut them just for it to look pretty. You don't really have to, okay? So this is your little box, okay? And I think I need to go ahead and color the edges. And I am using for this Victorian velvet. So then we need to put our box together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to glue this to the inside of the heart. So I need glue on the outside of my box piece. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just make sure that my little point here is at the point right here for the box where it's gonna fold in. And okay, my little point is right there at the fold line. I want my box to go in as much as possible, so it's gonna leave a little lip on that side, but that's okay, it's only little. So I'm gonna go ahead and burnish that down, make sure that's glued down completely before I move on to the other side, because I don't want it to move on me, okay? And then this other side, we're gonna go ahead and glue this down as well, okay? Just like the other side. So let's glue that down. And I'm going to push that in and burnish that down. And there is the front of my box, okay? So at this point, if you wanted to, before you glue the heart down, you could glue your outer pieces, and I've already cut mine. I'm going to use this one for the front. I should have glued this down first, actually. So I'm gonna use that for the front, this one for the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this one down. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down this way. But since this is easier to do right now, the inside, and my box is already glued down, I'm gonna go ahead and glue the inside. Still can't make up my mind what I want where. This is the inside, guys, and this is optional. You don't really have to have one on the inside, but I just think it finishes it off really well. Therefore, I put inside mats on mine. So this one's already on. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down like I did the first side. There we go, guys. That makes our box. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the inside of this one. There is our box. Now I'm going to go ahead and decorate the sides. All right, guys, I cut these at 1 5/8 by 2 3/4, and these are the ones that go on the sides of the heart box. So I have all my mats in, as you can see. So our box is complete. That's really fast. Now for the base, which is this box right here, you need a piece of cardstock this is 110 pounds, that is 7 by 5.5. Okay, and then you are going to go ahead and score at 1 3/4 inch all the way around. So you score at 1 3/4 all the way around. So you know, for me it was just easier just to flip my page. So 1 3/4 all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to form a box. So I went ahead and cut. These are going to become tabs. So I just cut the score line off, and I'm trying to get good lighting. The score line, I just cut it off, went ahead and cut a wedge. Okay, so I did that on all 4 sides. There we go, guys. All 4 sides are cut. So now I'm gonna go ahead and burnish. I'm gonna glue my sides just like that. Making sure that my edges are nice and straight, evenly aligned. All right, guys, there's my box. Make sure that my heart fits in there. And I left a little bit of space for a little bit of embellishing if you want your embellishment to go down a little bit. Also, a little more space for the mats. It makes it a little bit thicker. So I didn't want it, this one fits just a little too snug. At least you know, it's already bowed out a little bit. So to prevent that, I just made my my box just a little bit bigger. Not the box. I made this just a little bit slimmer than I made this heart. But there we go. So now for your little matting layers, I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges. And then I cut my matting layers. So these little layers are 1.5 by 3 1/4. Let me make sure, 1.5 by 3 1/4. So I need 6 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these all the way around, inside and out. Okay, guys, so I have put down all my mats, the longer ones. Okay, and then all I need to do is mat the sides, and these little mats are 1.5 by 1 3/4, and these are the ones that are going to go on the sides. So let me glue those down. Okay, guys, there we go, all covered up, and our heart fits nice. It's not too snug, and now all we need to do is put the little handles on there. At this point, you could leave it like that or put the handles on there, but since this one has the handles, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did that. So about 1/2 inch in, and I'm going to put a little mark right there, just a little dot. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same for the other side, about 1/2 inch. Okay, so about 1/2 inch, and then I took my crocodile and just cut a couple of holes in there, and this is with the 1/8 inch hole punch part. There's the hole. There's the hole. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and, here it is, we need to go ahead and attach our wire. Okay, so these are about 17 inches long. This one was shorter, but it doesn't have the beads in there, so I need to cut these longer. And what I am going to do is go ahead and start stringing these beads. Guys, there is my handle. Now all I need to do is go ahead and string these wires. I'm going to string that through my hole. I'm going to bring that down. And then I'm going to wrap this wire around the top of the bead. Alright guys, I'm going to do the same on the other side. So let me go ahead and push the wire through, fold it, and then wrap it around this bead. I am super duper happy with my handle, guys. I really am. I love that. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness, I just love the way that turned out, guys. I really do. All we need to do is decorate, embellish the heart and the box, and we are finished. That's it. I just love the way it turned out. I love the handle. How adorable is that, guys? I love how it turned out. All we need to do is embellish it, and it is ready to go. All right, guys, that was as quick as I could make this tutorial, and I hope you try it out because these are really fun. Actually, I really like these. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to everyone later. Have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot, guys.